Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. Who is watching you? That's what we're here to explore. If you have, collectives for these readings would include your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your 8th house, and your 12th house. If you have any of the placements, think about your natal chart. Think about what's going on, how you feel. We include the moon, 8th house, and 12th house in here because it's the placements where, things haven't yet acted overtly around you. I'm not saying not, but at this point in time, have not. If you have any placements you'd like to explore in those other areas, I did link in the description fire, water, and earth. So, for instance, if you have a moon in another element, or let's say your 8th or 12th house happens to be populated with something intriguing to you in relation to your chart, check it out. If you appreciate my time, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. And if you'd like to send a little bit of love my way, tips are always appreciated. Also consider if you'd like to go and, like the content that's being done here, supporting Mystic Moons, become a member. There are benefits to becoming a member. If you do decide to become part of that community, let me know your sun sign so that I can be sure to produce astrological notes more frequently for your collective. So the order in which I'll be reading all the signs are listed in the title. We'll be reading Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. I won't be time-stamping this as it's a little difficult to timestamp from a phone. So jump around and get what you need to get. Shall we start? Who is watching? Libra. That would be a Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. An independent person is watching Libra. Someone, possibly Libra, who sees you either as competition or someone to emulate. They definitely have some benchmarks, Libra, that they put to themselves and to you. Strong Aries energy. I do read my queens as cardinals, Libra. You can also think as well, Libra, do you have any Aries placements in your natal chart? How, and if you do, Libra, where are they? How are they expressed? Think about the people around you, Libra. Is there anyone who you know whom, let's say, those Aries placements could bring someone closer to you, definitely brings you their attention. Also in this energy, I don't think they would be hands-off exactly, Libra. I don't think they'd be necessarily close, but I could see superficially close, but not close close. But we'll see. But anyway, if you have Libra placements, I'm going to say that, if you have Aries placements, Libra, I'm going to say those placements are exactly what gravitates another Libra to watch you, to measure what you're doing, to gauge their success, Libra, based on yours. I could say, Libra, I have somebody watching you who's up in your business. Definitely highly aware of you, Libra. Signs, as I said, Libra, I do have strong Aries. And as we start building out our message, Libra, 9 of Pentacles, well, that would be Virgo. I have a 6 of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Star. So further elements here for you, Libra, of who is watching you. I have some Taurus, Pisces, and Aquarius. I have some competition here still for you, Libra. This person who's watching you. This person definitely, though, does admire you. Page of Cups here. Someone's first choice. Stronger Aries energy. Very strong Aries energy coming out here overall. Very strong Aries energy. 4 of Wands is also Aries. Okay, so Libra, the person who I have, Kochi, the person who's watching you, is someone who admires you, Libra. This person is in competition with you, Libra. I would say they're in competition with you low-key, though. Not really high-key, not really making it overt, Libra. Libra, they expect you to be going places. Or perhaps, Libra, you already are in a position where they'd like to be, in a place they'd like to be, where they'd like to follow. Libra, here's someone friendly to you to see where you go and to have access to those same spaces. Libra, the person who's watching you is someone who wants to go and get ahead, and they'd like to use some of your connections or some of your relationship to do so. Libra, I will say this person is very ambitious. It doesn't really matter, Libra, whether this is feminine energy with Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, High Priestess energy here. Because I get, as I said, strong competition. It's like, Libra, here's a person who's going to remain passively an ally until they feel they have enough strength, Libra, to step away and above. And until then, Libra, this person will remain in comfortable, passive energy around you until they gain or able to accrue more power and influence. Very ambitious here, Libra, the one who's watching you. This person, Libra, is not that far away from you. I wouldn't call this energy, Libra, a close friend, but this is someone who's around you. Someone who would have no hesitation about approaching you. Someone who deals with you but I wouldn't call this person close enough to be a close friend. Let's go on to the next air sign. That would be Aquarius. Who is watching? Aquarius, that would be an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, Aquarius 8th house, Aquarius 12th house. Let's see, Aquarian collective. Who's watching Aquarius? Queen of Swords. I do read my queens as cardinals. So, Aquarius, I could say I have a Libra watching you. I could also say in this energy, moreover, past the fact that I have, as I read, as I said, these signs, we have Taurus and Libra. Past that, Aquarius, I have somebody who is very competent. Very competent, Aquarius. No one's fool, Aquarius. Highly intelligent, Aquarius. Do they create rules, or do they abide by rules, or both, Aquarius? Here's someone who would definitely, Aquarius, not hesitate to lay down the law for you, to judge you, Aquarius. Hangman, 4 of Cups. You are on this person's mind, Aquarius. They have some strong feelings about you, Aquarius. Hangman, Pisces, Cancer. Oh, if I was to read a little bit more, Leo, some more Cancer. This person, Aquarius, is rigid because it's what they believe in. Aquarius, here's someone who believes in structure. They abide by that structure because, I'm not going to say it gives them purpose, but they're very good at, do I say expanding purpose, solidifying things. They're good at solidifying structure. Aquarius, it's not like you're challenging this person. And in this energy, not quite, Aquarius, are they expecting you to follow the same precepts that they value. But you've been on their mind, Aquarius. You evoke strong feelings in them, Aquarius. And Aquarius, precisely because of how they see you, how they're judging you, I want to say how they've been acting so far towards you, Aquarius, they're not going to change. They made a decision about you, Aquarius, and they're upholding it. Now, whether that's to engage or continue to stay away, Aquarius, I don't know yet. We'll find out. But here's someone set in their ways. And everything they see, Aquarius, everything they learn, Aquarius, has not changed. Let's go and see some more. Thank you for the like. So we have a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords gets the Emperor. 5 of Cups. Magician. Someone digging their heels down into their original stance, Aquarius. Aquarius, I need to ask, in this energy, who do you know, Aquarius? Okay, I hear you, Chi-Chi. That's what my cat says. Who do you know, Aquarius? who has laid down the law to you. When I say the law, Aquarius, I mean they revealed themselves quite clearly, revealed either, let's say, their dreams, their plans, their routine, their values, their family, their lifestyle. Aquarius, in this energy, they revealed something to you about themselves. And maybe, Aquarius, likewise, you could have revealed something about yourself or made a following decision about them based on that. Aquarius, the person who's watching you is someone who made very deliberate, well, was transparent to you. And Aquarius, some breakdown, some misalignment, Aquarius, of what they value and what you value happened. And this is intrinsic, Aquarius, to what they, well, as I said, what they value, where their pride comes from, what they strive for, Aquarius, what they, again, value. Values all the way in here. Value is the whole reason why they strive so hard in what they do. Belief, faith, responsibility. What's another word for responsibility that I'm thinking of? Almost like when you owe something. I can't quite think of that word. But the energy here too, Aquarius, is like when you've invested so much into something that you feel tied to it. You feel like you owe something. There's also that energy in there too. They feel like they owe whatever their values are, whatever it is that they worked for, to continue to build it up. Anyway, Aquarius, short in to summarize, here's a person in the way that you see and operate with life is vastly different than they do. And Aquarius, they will not do anything more than watch you. Because to do so, Aquarius, to approach you, Aquarius, to engage with you again, Aquarius, would be against their values. And Aquarius, this person has a lot of self-esteem. It's their self-identity. Not necessarily saying, this is like egotistical energy, but, there are certain things that are core to identity. The things we should take pride in, like washing every day, right? Hygiene, it's something we should take pride in. It's on that core intrinsic level as opposed to something like vanity. To them, that's this level. Aquarius signs I have here. I have Gemini, I have Libra, I have Scorpio, I have Aries, and I have Cancer. I wonder why they're watching you, Aquarius. Seeing how rigid they are into maintaining their stance of what they value. Let's go on to the next sign. That would be, thank you for the like. That would be Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Kochi. All my little kitties are meowing. Gemini Moon, Gemini 8th house, Gemini 12th house. Let's see, Gemini. Who's watching Gemini? Five of Cups and High Priestess. You have a sad person watching you, Gemini. Very sad. Circumstances flew out of their control, Gemini. Signs coming up here, Gemini. Well, we have Scorpio. I do have some Pisces and Libra. But ultimately in this energy, Gemini, the person who's watching you, he's a sad person, obviously. But they're sad, Gemini, because they think that what happened is out of their control. Also, too, in this energy, Gemini, there are things. Do they want to tell you, Gemini, what they want to tell you? I don't know. But Gemini, there are things, no, they won't. Gemini, there are things that happen too out of their control. Things, Gemini, they won't ever tell you. Something external happened, Gemini, that led to the disappointment between you and them. And they're keeping that a secret, Gemini. It'd be hard to figure that out too, Gemini, in this energy. Even if, Gemini, you knew close people to them, mutual people to them, Gemini. The ones that know Gemini won't tell you either. Additional factors behind this disappointment. Gemini, if I was to read a little bit more into the signs, I also have some Virgo, some Cancer. But we definitely have twos coming up here, Gemini, as an energy. Twos with a 5 of Cups also tells me, Gemini, we're talking about partnerships that needed to be dissolved, Gemini. Partnerships that didn't serve some larger purpose, larger reason, Gemini, that you were not privy to know. We'll find out more. So 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is clarified by a 7 of Wands. It was necessary to end it, Gemini, this person who's watching you. Ooh. Oh, Gemini, a couple things are happening with 5s. Well, first of all, we have 5, 7s, and 10s. Gemini, feel free. I'm going to say definitely 5s and 7s are relevant. I said 2s were relevant as well. Gemini, feel free to go and look online and see some of the classic interpretations behind those numbers. You may also have those numbers yourself, Gemini, or with this person who is watching you as their destiny number, their life path number. It could be in their prevalent in their address or phone numbers, things of that nature. Anyway, we have a whole lot of 5s. I do find 5s, 10, and 7 interesting in the fact, Gemini, 5s are numbers 5s and 7s both are numbers that inspire change. Inspire is a flowery word, a diplomatic word for the change. 5s are numbers that necessitate change. This is change in your physical environment. You know, with 5s and 7s, things become hostile, Gemini. Their placement to the world as they knew it, Gemini, has sort of rejected them, ejected them, dejected them, forcing them to change. Gemini, this is something that they ended, it looks like they ended with their own actions. And in this energy, oddly enough, Gemini, they had to. There is a tad amount in this energy, Gemini, of greed. Not really a large theme. It's like a subnote, a subtext, a credit way at the bottom. A little bit of greed, but it wasn't the primary motivation here. That's something they ended with their own 2 hands. Did I say signs, Gemini? I have some, as I said, the numbers that may be relevant. I also have Aquarius. 10 of Swords is Gemini energy. Taurus and Leo, in addition to that, Scorpio. And the person who's watching you, Gemini, is very, very sad. They will not tell you the truth behind the reason for their actions, Gemini. There is more to the story than what you know, Gemini. And they're sorry, Gemini. Those are my messages for you. If you appreciate my time, do let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Also, too, do consider becoming part of the channel as a member. $10. See, I have some comments.